Seahawks and the Arizona Cardinals. Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
In today's NFL, you hear all the time about stretching the field and creating space in order to run plays. A toss play will help accomplish that because now you're pushing a defense to chase you all the way to the edges and to the sideline. That's a nice run, probing now early to try and get things done later.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
There.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Well, you told me before, it's great to be an athlete. A lot of great athletes out there. It's good to have instincts, and he has those.
I would take those above athleticism in a lot of cases because if you know where the ball's going before anyone else can get there and block you, you can make up for a lack of athleticism by being in the right spot at the right time.
And took him down in the backfield with those instincts. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the 1st down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Back deep, Patrick Peterson. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And this will be taken at the 13. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10.
Let's go, Lou, Eddie! Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move. Easy. Kill. Check 26.
Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
Hey, 57.
Check your hot read. Check 37. Check.
Hey, 57.
Alert 3.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Mahomes escaping the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Brings up 3rd down and 10.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Get in the weight room.
Yellow.
Kill.
Working from the gun, Mahomes steps away to his left. And that will be incomplete.
And that's a great opening series defensively. You force what should be a 3-and-out on your opening possession.
And great coverage there on 3rd down to force the incompletion to set up 4th. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Returnable for Grant. A good return there, 17 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10.
At their own 34-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys are a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3
and out. And now
out.
they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. To throw is Wilson. Going to throw again. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Now Wilson on 1st down. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. The 1st down screen pass, good for 5.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay game.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
On 1st down, Wilson. He'll let this go for the end zone, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
In this situation, it's really tough to figure out how to defend because they have plenty of room to still take deep shots at the end zone as they just did there. Yet at the same time, you've got to be ready for the short throw. In this case, when you see the cue that they're going for the end zone, retreat and make sure you have a way to play forward, back towards the receiver, and have a chance to bat the ball away as they did there.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here, 3rd and 14.
That's right. Ready? Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Now watch one. Go 14.
Again, Wilson. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
A 56-yard attempt.
And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game. Was a kicker from that distance, 56, 57 yards. So many things you got to worry about, but I am a little surprised he didn't get it there.
Yeah, with the way kickers are nowadays, we're surprised anything under 65 that it doesn't get at least to the crossbar. But remember this, you have to drive it a little bit lower in order to make that distance, and you also have to be worried about the interior rush that they can get their hands on it. So that's why those stronger kickers nowadays who can pop it up in the air and still travel and carry it, that's who you're looking for.
On 2nd down now. It's Drake. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That goes for 14 yards. 1st down, Cardinals. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He was looking for Paul Richardson there. And that'll bring up second down.
Hey, pick your game up.
Yellow.
Me, I got him. I got motion man. Me, I got this.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Flushed out right. His throw incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target, and it's third down. Now that's twice now already in this first quarter that he's been able to knock a ball away.
They're going to need that from him and plenty more if they want to slow down this passing game. Thus far, though, he's been a ball magnet.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Everson Griffin able to get him down for a loss of 11, and it brings up 4th down. Here's Ryan Quigley now as he'll punt it away for the second time. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will lose yardage here back to his own 6. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
Gotta go, in and out, let's go. 53,
On 2nd and 11 now. Wilson, this one into the hands of Metcalf. And they work this out past the 25. A gain there of 21 yards.
A gain of 21 yards.
Now a handoff looking right. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 28-yard line.
On 2nd and 9. Wilson. Flush to his right. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Hassan Reddick picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. Mahomes now on 1st down, eluding the pressure right. And he's going to keep it here. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down. Still a few inches short of a 1st down as they come up now on 2nd down. Running, it's Drake. first touchdown here of the new campaign, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. The game had been pretty uneventful offensively until that big strike.
No doubt about it. Almost felt like they were just going back and forth a little bit in the first quarter. But in the second quarter, things ramped up a little bit. Things jumped up. And you're exactly right. Going to make a highlight film or two. We'll be watching that one later on today.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. Now they try the right side here. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. The tackle there by Patrick Peterson.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 26-yard line.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Wilson. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 34. Now a handoff looking right. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. And a give this time to the tailback. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Here's Wilson. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. In that time for the sack, say hello to Chandler Jones. So on is Jason Myers. He's hit from as long as 58 in his career. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over at the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time, they get at least a little bit more of a cushion in the field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot.
And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
Attack! 59's Mike, 59's Mike. 59. I'm trying to collect. You go
Mahomes now on first down. Escaping the pressure right. He'll get this to his speedster, Paul Richardson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Cardinals first down as well.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the
into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Flushed out right. Oh, nearly a disaster there on the check down. But they'll get it back. They almost gave it right back to him there with another interception of their own. And to be honest, he probably should have caught that and picked it off.
And he knows it, and he'll see it in film, and he'll see it in his dreams tonight when it's all said and done. But you almost felt like the excitement had been ramped up, and they were trying to get a big play right after that one.
Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave them with a 3rd down and 6 to go. On 3rd down, Wilson buying time to his left. Now he's going to throw deep back over the middle. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. From the shotgun, Wilson. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Here's Wilson. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. David Njoku as the first half is winding down, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
I don't think it's any state secret to know what they were saying before the start of this drive. Let's go and punch one in the end zone and go into the halftime feeling a heck of a lot better about ourselves. Let's go get this done.
Yeah, tie things up, and then you got a brand new ball game. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Wide, get wide.
From the 31, Mahomes flush to his right. On the crossing route, complete. It's Lamb. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Cardinals 1st down as well. On 1st down, Mahomes dancing to his left. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. 15. Shit. Yellow. We got double up. Check 15. Check. Let's get it now. Let's get it right.
Final shot before the half from Mahomes. Being chased out left. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. Kill.
Yellow. Hey, 57 colors.
He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up. Spawn. Exit. Spawn. No.
They'll throw now on the final play. Forced out to his left. He's going to fire one. Corner of the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a tie ball game here heading to break. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Set and ready to go for the second half. One touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. And this will be a touchback. As that sails over the end line.
Go!
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Target. Watch the safety creep. Alert flat. Finish the game.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes eluding the pressure right. Complete. Richardson has it. Now, I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Drake. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Here we go.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Flushed out right. And this is caught at the 8. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
I like the design of that play, or shall I say the way it ended up. Quarterback ends up to the right side. You know, he gets outside of the pocket. How about the tight end staying in his sight line and getting to that same part of the field, and they find each other for the completion.
He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Check 53. Got it. Mike, 53. 53, Mike. I got it.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Wilson, he'll buy some time right. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to his tight end, David Njoku, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Four down. Check.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42, and they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
Let's go, team. Let's go.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. The 1st down screen pass, good for 5. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
2nd and 5. The 47-yard line.
Gun. Short. 58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
Now Wilson. He's going to wind up and air it out. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. A good balanced attack for that last touchdown drive they had. Now it's time to see if they can do that again.
It really becomes a tale of 2 play callers, doesn't it? The offensive guy, he's in sync. Everything's working pretty well. For the defensive
what's going on the defensive side?
That's a tough one because he's prepped all week as well, and he can't get a bead.
And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's 2nd and long. Mahomes going to throw. And he whips that one incomplete there.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Watch out. Yellow. Show it up. Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Everson Griffin able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
And that's the 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, and then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. From the 36, Wilson, and his throw here is incomplete. The intended receiver was Jakeem Grant, and it's 3rd down. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Hey, easy. Touch.
53, Mike.
Hey, guys, listen.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Hassan Reddick, who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself. And while the guys with the ball are having a whole lot of fun keeping it on the ground, the guys on the opposite side, they are having zero fun. They've been getting pushed around the entire game and haven't found an answer yet to slow down the running game.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A Cardinal first down on a gain of 13. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Mike 5'9". Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to
Now here's Mahomes. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Cardinals first down as well. Mahomes now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Check 13. Hey, watch it.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. Flush to his right. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Paul Richardson. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Cardinals push further out in front. So he scrambled right, but was able to look back toward the middle of the end zone to find the target.
As you know, in this game, sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, because we all know most guys throwing the football are taught never throw back into the middle of the field on a scramble. He did it and got away with it for a touchdown.
Instinct sometimes, right? They just take over.
Instinct and vision. Sometimes you just see people who are open, you're able to get it to them.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Looking to throw on second down. Wilson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. And the Seahawks on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field.
Wilson from the gun, he'll throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. It's John Simon with a sack. Now here's Michael Dixon, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock, and this is second and less than a yard. Throwing now is Mahomes. Got this complete to the rookie out of UMass, Andy Isabella. Touchdown, Cardinals! Andy Isabella, his second touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals push further out in front.
As I recollect, partner, this game was tied at halftime, but obviously someone came out on fire to begin the second half.
The switch was flipped, a long touchdown there, and now all of a sudden they're up 3 scores.
3 scores, and I'm not sure they're going to be headed the way that they're playing.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Wilson throwing again. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down. On 3rd down, Wilson going for the deep. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. Facing this fourth quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock, they know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Now, that turnover might just about do it. Here, fourth quarter, the lead that you've got, they can just run the football, run the clock.
Exactly right. They played smart, couple of first downs.
That's caught inside the 20. A big pickup of 38. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles. It certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
And this is caught at the 8. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. The Cardinal passing game dialed in now. First down. Two of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal.
MexSpartan301.
Now Mahomes. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. 15. Jump.
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. Buying time to his left. He'll try and run it, and he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals. Patrick Mahomes keeping it himself from 8 yards out. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. The run on first down gets him a couple up to the 27. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. And he'll give it here to his running back. He'll have a first down past the 40. 31 yards there and a first down. That's the run he's been waiting for, Charles. He's been bottled up all game. That run alone got him more yards than he had in all his previous carries combined.
And don't think for a second he doesn't know that, because every back that I know can almost calculate every yard with every step that they take. Had to be frustrated because of what's happened during the game. Has to feel a lot better after that run.
It's a gain of 8, and it's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. On the jet sweep, here's Grant. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
On the jet sweep, here's Grant. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll be 3rd and 10. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. He's going to let it fly. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. The extra point now coming from Myers. And the lead is down to 20. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We call that a sack block.
So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for the Cards, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, they'll fall to 1-1, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.